shit, I told him back now. Young and now king, trip the gold like a sack. Ducking from the laws with the dogs, bring the scat out. Talking all that shit, you sound like Charles while I'm Shaq.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Coming in live, you heard it's your boy Russ from the Word of Clarity podcast. Got my boy Kenny Klarity in the building, coming in with that big noise.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I'm feeling good, man. It's one of them episodes. I'm feeling like we got to get one in.
Yeah. Coming in with that big noise again, huh? Hey, dog, the big noise stuff be hilarious, dog. What's been popping, though, G? How you feeling today?
Listen, man, fresh off of this All-Star game, we got a lot to talk about in regards to how Salt Lake City went.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely peeping the festivities. But bigger than me, big dog. Don't try to go too fast. You got to let the people know, man. You coming off of birthday celebration and all that. You know what I mean? We can't bypass that.
Yeah, man. Guess we could give a round of applause for that, my G. You know, another trip around the, what is it? Another trip around the sun?
around the sun, dog. Yeah, I think so. I think that's how they say it.
Yeah, you know I think that's how they say it, you know. But yeah, man, shout out to the birthday that just passed, man. It was a cool week, dog. You know what I mean? I couldn't ask for nothing better than the All-Star game that landed on the birthday. You know, it was the 19th. You know, dropped a new music video. If y'all ain't seen that, make sure y'all go on YouTube.
Let's go.
Yeah, make sure y'all go on the YouTube. Check out Moderate. Man, enjoyed that mug. Been seeing a lot of love on that mug. So yeah, it was a smooth birthday weekend, dog. I can't complain. You know what I mean? So we just looking to continue to grind, continue the progression in this year, this coming forward. So you already know what time it is, my G. Yeah, but you, what's up with you, dog? Yours coming up what? This week?
Yeah, man. I'm a day after the pod airs, man. So the pod, you know, predominantly we air on Wednesday. So Thursday, man, will be my birthday. You know, another trip for me, man. You know, goats only in February, man. That's how I talk, man. Goats only.
Yeah.
We share the same month as, you know, MJ and all that. So, you know, goats only, man. This what time it is with the February.
Hey, same month as, you know, I know my girl Ree birthday this month.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. It was all, hey, bro, I died when I found out Jokic's birthday was on my birthday. I was like, dog, you know how I am about Jokic, dog. I was like, ain't no way he born on the same day, dog. Like, that might kill me.
But look, man, say what you want about Jokic, dog. But, you know, even Jokic with them MVPs, man, he might be going for number 3. So you may not like the white boy, but, you know, everybody in February cold, my G. You know,
yeah, at least he is, you know, somebody that's pretty successful at what he does in his profession. So, you know, like you said, I may not love him or like him, but at least he is, you know, showing promise in what he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%, man.
But yeah, man, hey, look, man, I know we don't touch movies too much, dog, but what's up with that Creed, dog? You going to go see that mother for the B-Day or what's popping, bro? That mother come out
day one.
I think the following
day one. Yeah, day one. I got to pull up, word. This one I'm super excited about. Real quick, I don't know, you know, what they addressing out there in the Lou. I haven't really chopped it up with the brothers about the movie scene, but
yeah,
you know, here in the H, man, you know, we had this conversation about actors and stuff like that. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. A lot of people are saying, and I really want, you know, people to comment on the chat about this. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are saying Michael B. Jordan is not the greatest actor. And for me, bro, like, I rock with Michael B. Jordan personally. Mm-hmm. I think there's tiers to acting. So let me show my hand and show my cards for the people, you know, just so we can have a quick conversation about it. For me, I personally feel like Leonardo DiCaprio is the best actor in the world. I do. I know Denzel is there, and I think they share. It's like the LeBron and Jordan debate. If you put Denzel ahead of Leo, I won't be mad. But those two dudes are at the top. So you got that tier: the Denzel, the Leonardo DiCaprio. I guess you could put, you know, some of the goats there, like, you know, Al Pacino, De Niro. If you want to put them there as top actors, maybe, or wherever else you want to put there. Actresses, Viola Davis. You know, people, Meryl Streep. People on that level. And then I think there's a next level under that, and you got your Will Smith. In the black community, Jamie Foxx, That's it. I feel like. Oh, and also Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace.
Yep.
I think dudes on that level who are cold like that. I think Michael B. Jordan is like that third tier. So you got the legends, you got the top tier dudes, and then you got the dudes who are like coming up. Mm-hmm. And I think Michael B. Jordan's on that tier. And I also put Jonathan Majors, who was going to be the Michael B. Jordan's
the
old
nemesis
friend
in Creed. Yeah.
Yeah. I got Jonathan Majors in the same tier as Michael B. Jordan. And people are telling me I'm blasphemous, dog. They're like, nah, hell, wait till you see this movie, dog. I'm telling you. It's not even going to be close. So not only am I excited about the Creed series because I rock with Creed, I'm also excited to see both of those actors in the same movie, sharing the same screen, having to give performances. Mm-hmm. And I believe that the performances are going to be very close to one another. I think Michael B. Jordan going to show out. So I don't know how you feel about Michael B., but personally, I love the Creed series. I love Michael B.
Oh, yeah. So you saying... So hold on, what was the kind of the backlash of the uproar? They were saying you crazy for thinking Jonathan Majors is on the level of Michael B. or what?
No, the opposite, bro. They're saying I'm crazy for saying that Michael B. Jordan is on the level of Jonathan Majors.
Okay, yeah. So look, let me give you my synopsis or kind of my take on Michael B. I don't think he's the nicest actor. But the tour you got him in is pretty accurate. Like, yeah, he's not in the Will Smith, Eddie Murphy. He not on them type of levels of the guys you mentioned above him. So if he is in the third tier, he's probably that's probably appropriate place to put him. But I think somebody like the guy that you're saying that's going to be in Creed, I think he's already shown a little bit more range than him, just off of the small amount of windows of movie I've seen him in the roles he's taken. With being, because that's the dude. He from ain't he originally from what is it, Lovecraft Country or something like that?
Yeah, Lovecraft Country, which he killed, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't love the series, but his acting has always been stellar. And then you got him in this new joint. With Creed and Michael B. And he about to be in Ant-Man. I know he was in some flight or army movie. I don't know what it was called, but he's showing that he can do an array of things already off a rip. Michael B. Jordan, he's been in front of the camera of my knowledge for quite some time. He goes back to The Wire, right? Was he in Hardball too?
Hardball, Wire,
yeah. I mean, so he's been in Fruitvale Station, right? So he's been in front of the camera like immensely already. It shouldn't be a contest. So I think that's why people may be saying like, it may be a bit of an uproar there.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. I like him a lot though, bro. I think Michael B. Jordan has serious potential. Now, I do think that there are young dudes who are ahead of him. So I don't know how much you catch up on Snowfall, but
I'm a fan.
Damson Idris and Snowfall, who also took Michael B. Jordan's girl. Shout out to Damson Idris. He had to go grab that phone.
You ain't right for that, dog.
It is what it is. Yeah, he said, hey, Mr. Steal Your Girl, man. Him and Trey Songz was hanging out, and he had to make that happen. But Damson Idris as an actor, bro, he's cold. He's cold. And so
what about Daniel Kaluuya, man? You big on him?
Oh, Daniel Kaluuya, yeah, he's ahead of Michael B. But the thing about it is, Michael B. has a chance right now to show in Creed 3 because he's directing and acting in it. This is the time to show us you that guy, and I think he might do that in this movie. So I'm going to see that day one.
Yeah, I think so. Like, it's better people that's better actors than Michael B. Jordan, but he's the number one. Like, he's the new. Like, this era's, I can't really call nobody this era's Denzel, but if it's somebody that's trying to fulfill those shoes of this era, he's having the biggest movies, best, first week box office weeks, or weekends. Like, he's that guy. Like, ain't nobody trumping his stardom. You know what I mean? Like, if we talk about stardom and because his movies, he does a good job of picking the right movies. I like that of course, his role in Black Panther was crazy. That's probably my favorite performance by him. Killmonger.
People was trying to crap on that performance, dog. I thought he killed that.
That's like, I feel like that was just closest to who he is. I don't know if not really in real life, because he does come off a little, kind of socially awkward. But I think he was able to step into that without having to try really to show his range. I feel like he bodied that mug. Without Remorse was a dope movie, and that's what I'm saying. He has doper movies than his acting actually is as the skill of acting.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and I think that's why people may be taking other people that like the Jonathan Mayers got is like they really highlighting their acting skill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that though.
Hey, what about that John Wick series, dog? John Wick 4 coming out. How you feel about that?
Let me tell you, yo, word.
Yeah.
There's probably nobody who's a bigger fan of the John Wick series than me, bro. I was in COVID.
Wow.
I had COVID on my deathbed, bro. Watching John Wick 1 through 3, bro. I was like, yo, if I go out, this is the way I want to go out. My G.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was good. I was cool.
Yeah.
John Wick, those movies are put together so well, non-stop action. And I've never seen somebody kill a role with 10 lines between 3 movies, bro.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, John Wick don't say nothing. All the movie, he be, yeah, okay, I'm gonna kill you. And then before you know it, bro, like it just go down for the next hour and a half. And so, like the John Wick series is fire. I love when Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne, their synergy, their chemistry since the Matrix films is something different. When them two are on screen together, it's like getting Kyrie and LeBron back. You expect there to be magic. So, you know, I'm rolling with that, bro. I love that John Wick shit. You rock with Wick? It was good.
Oh yeah, nah, John Wick, yeah, crazy series, dog. I'm refreshing myself before the fourth one come out. I'm going through the marathon. I watched the first one today. I'm a time it out. So right when I get into the fourth one, my momentum and anticipation is high. So yeah, now Keanu Reeves definitely cold. Matrix 1 is it's like when people ask me what's your favorite movie, the only movie I can pull away with a clean cut and say is Matrix 1. And it's just, I mean, the whole series outside, they should have never put the fourth one in there. That mug was, did you see it, bro?
That fourth one was so disappointing.
That mug was so...
It don't even exist. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
It don't exist.
But the 1 through 3, all solid. 1 is like top tier, next level, change movie history forever, basically. I mean, just with how ahead of the curve they was with a lot of that stuff in there. In Keanu Reeves, yeah, man, he's got a couple outside of that that's cold too. But between those two series, he's already in a certain tier when it comes to just the movies that he's been behind and acted in, bro. So yeah, I rock with it, man. I rock with it, dog. Hey, this was gonna be left field, dog. But I see, it's a Mario movie coming out, dog. Is that the reason why the shoes came out as a promotion campaign for the mugs or what, dog? What's up with all that?
Listen, it's the reason the shoes came out. Obviously,
okay.
You know, they're not stupid. They're trying to capitalize off that bread for sure. You know, so I can't be too mad, but
yeah.
I'm not checking for no Mario movie at this stage, bro. Like, it sounds ridiculous, dog. And it may be good, bro. And if it is, I'll eventually get to it. But like, I'm not going to see that mug in theaters. I probably, unless highly recommended, I'm not even going to bootleg that mug. Like, I'm gonna just leave it to die, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I probably won't go to the theater and see that mug, but I'll probably find myself, you know, getting to it and actually checking it out. Cause I went back and checked out the what was that, the Sonic movie that came? No, I didn't watch. I think I watched the Sonic movie, but I mean the Buzz Lightyear
you watched
movie.
The Sonic movie?
The Buzz Lightyear movie. I actually went to the theater for that one, I believe, bro. Yeah, dog. I was a Toy Story fanatic, so I kind of, and Buzz Lightyear was my favorite out of the characters, so I had to see that one, G. But yeah, man, you got something else?
No. Go ahead. Keep it rolling, G. Let's get it.
Okay. But you know why we here, man. We came let's get to why we, you know, this podcast where we always talking about the music and sports world. All-Star Weekend just passed. Man, it was I wasn't gonna say it's a hell of a weekend, but I thought it was some moments that was pretty notable. You know what I mean? But what's kind of your immediate feelings about All-Star Weekend that just passed, my G, or some standout moments that you feel like is worthy of speaking on?
Yeah, I will say this. For the first time in a long time, I feel like the All-Star festivities flipped themselves on its head. And for a long time, it was you were just ready to get to Sunday. The Friday festivities were low key kind of trash.
Yeah.
Saturday was a little bit better, but a big time disappointment Saturday night because the dunk contest was normally trash outside of the Zach LaVine and Gordon year a couple of years ago. And then the All-Star game was normally something so competitive that you were trying to get to because you was like, okay, bet. We about to get it popping and see the stars that fourth quarter when it's 20 first to 24 points, things of that nature. You like, okay, I'm ready. This time, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This was one of the few All-Star game weekend or All-Star weekends where the festivities leading up to the big game were better than the game itself.
Yeah.
Friday night, the celebrity game, Richard Jefferson doing what he did, being a ref. He was a ref. He was a
commentator,
and he was a player all in one night.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf was out there windmilling. I'm like,
slamming all over the field. Yeah. Over the field, over the court.
21 Savage fouled half of his teammates. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was lit. Like, Candace Parker was out there clowning. Like, it was great, bro. It was great commentary. It was great basketball. It was great entertainment.
Hey, shout out
Friday
to
night was actually worth watching.
Shout out to Candace too, man. She made history by being I think the first black woman probably, right? Or first woman at all to commentate the All-Star game on Sunday?
Listen, man, shout out to all my boss chicks, wife, and niggas, man. Shout out to Candace Parker. You know what I'm saying? Do boss.
Shout out to Candace, man. She been really doing her thing for show, yo. That was big.
Yeah, that's huge. That's major. So, Friday night, and then to cap it off, I don't even know if people paid attention, but the rookie versus sophomore game situation format was actually fire this year. Instead of them breaking it up between two teams, they did a mini tournament of 4 teams going back to back to back. So they had a G League Rising Stars, and then they had 3 Hall of Fame coaches, split up the other three guys, and it was like a little mini tournament that was first to 25. It was like first to 40, then first to 25. Future number 2 draft pick Scoot Henderson was on the court, who's going to be the dude that's drafted after Victor Wembanyama. He showed some promise out there. Like, Friday night was fire. Then you move on to Saturday, and not gonna lie to you,
what's that?
I lost $20, but Dame Dollar won. Dame Dollar won the 3-point shootout. Skills challenge was in, but then on Black History Month, bro, on Black History Month, Mac McClung wins the dunk contest on Black History Month, bro.
Mac McClung.
All culture Mac McClung did the best, bro. So, look. Yeah. I can't be mad, bro.
Yeah, man. Mac McClung, he definitely was a standout from All-Star Weekend. The crazy thing is, bro, it's a graphic where it say total earnings of Mac McClung, and it's like $106,000. And then the winner of the dunk contest was $100,000. That boy made up his total earnings in one night. So that's a big come up for him, man. We got to give it up for him for that, dog.
Yeah,
so
shout out to Mac, bro.
Yeah,
not making $100K in one night. That's wild.
$100K in one night. Made $100K since I believe he been in the G League. You know what I mean? I guess what you think about that, dog? $100K for playing the G League? I think $100K for playing basketball to a regular cat like you and I think we may be up anyway. But what you think in the grand scheme of things?
Let me tell you, I'm gonna go a step further. $70,000 for playing basketball is all right. You feel me?
Yeah.
Look. If I get to go hoop for 70 G's, I'm good. Now I know. 70. But the average salary in America is I believe at this moment in time, for those who've been working in the workforce for a couple of years, is like 50 G's, 48 G's, something like that. Yeah. So if you making 70, you above
above average.
The average salary in America. And if you're making 6 figures, then low key you in that top percentile, even if it's only 100,000. So to me, $100,000 to play basketball is a big deal, bro. And now that he just signed this 2-way, I think he's up north of something like 250,000, 300,000. Because in the NBA, when you sign a 2-way deal and you play professional games, the money is pretty much double. So shout out to Matt McClung. He's now in the Sixers. Hopefully he gets some burn. He signed a Puma deal over this weekend as well.
Wow. I did not know that.
He signed a deal with Puma, so he's going to be their new ambassador.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And even bigger than that, bro. He did so well Saturday night they had him introduce part of the Sunday night festivities. I don't know if you caught that.
Nah, I caught that.
But they had him introduce part of the Sunday night festivities just to get his name out there, bro. This is a G League player. By Thursday, he was a G League player. Signed on Friday. Wins the officially where all his paperwork is taken care of.
Right.
Wins the dunk contest on Saturday. Wins 100 G's. Becomes a Puma athlete, and then gets to introduce the All Stars on Sunday. He had a hell of a weekend. You want to talk about a hell of a weekend? He had a hell of a weekend. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mac McClung, man.
Shout out to Mac, man. He went into the weekend and said, I'm about to take advantage and get some business done, have a little pleasure going on, and come out, maybe a M, may touch an M after that weekend. You know what I'm saying? Where after the league, sign him on a 2-way. You got a Puma deal. Hey, who knows, man? He came and played, but he came and got paid too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Hey, speaking of that dunk contest, dog, man, something came across my timeline that I was unaware of. I maybe heard chatter at one point about it, but it was the 92 celebrity dunk contest, bro. I never knew that even took place. So I'm gonna pull up a video right quick of that mug, dog, so we can take a look at that mug.
Let's do it.
And it's actually it's actually like some real big time names in that mug, and they out here impressing me on their abilities. You know what I mean? Because I don't think these cats could even do that in this other sport like DK Metcalf. He was dunking, but he was looking real kind of like, like Macho Man dunking, opposed to kind of real being finesseful. It wasn't like that. But these cats right here, we about to pull up, dog. They had a nice little steez to their game, man. So let's check it out, bro.
Let's do it. Not Deion Sanders rocking the Kango.
Bro, Deion out here rocking the Kango chain, earrings in. You got, I think, Michael Irvin in this mug.
Is that Chris Carter? It sure is. Look at that.
Yeah, bro. Chris Carter, he kind of looked like, what's the old boy name for Golden State? I forgot his name,
Wait,
bro.
what you talking about, dog?
Bro, Chris Carter looked like the dude that Draymond knocked out. What's the old boy name, bro?
Jordan Poole? Oh, no.
Yeah, he kind of looked like him. His eyes loopy like that, bro. That's Carter right there.
Bro. I can see it.
Yeah. King Griffey. Hey, bro.
Griffey was out there.
Look, bro. That ain't bad for a baseball player, G.
It's not. Barry Bonds.
I did not know Barry Bonds did nothing but... Is that Michael Conley daddy, bro? That's Michael Conley Sr. Bro, I mean, they serious. They ain't even...
Sr. was out there.
I don't know who that is. Tim who?
I couldn't see it.
Hey, that was nasty. That's Michael Conley right there. Hey, he probably won that.
That was nasty. Nasty word. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, bro. I never even knew that stuff took place, dog. And them cats was out there getting down, bro. You got King Griffey, Deion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to think if it's any cats that will be able to go 2-way like that. Like, if it's a football player. I know
Odell Beckham for sure.
Odell?
Athleticism is through the roof.
Yeah, I ain't never seen him like in the space where he picked up a basketball.
Yeah, I just think he could do it. I think I watched him over the summer just get on the soccer field and do some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And then I seen him do like some vertical leap stuff. I know at the very least he can dunk. Now he may not be able to play.
But he may not be able to be acrobatic and all that in the air like that, but he can get up.
Bro.
Yeah.
He's an athlete. Odell Beckham has Chris Brown vibes to me. Like, you look at them and you say, I low-key think you can do anything. Like, it's weird, man.
Yeah, I feel you now. They just gifted in an array of talents and just, you know what I mean? Like, walk up, probably never did it, but just gifted to know how to do it off the back. Now, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you, dog. Yeah, man.
Chris Brown is one of them dudes I feel like you could teach him how to do something in 10 minutes and he'll pick it up and be
better than you at it.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you, dog. We gonna get to CB later in this pod, dog. But All-Star Draft, man. You had the vintage nostalgia playground pick the team in front of everybody's style draft this year. How you think that mug went, dog? How'd you like that nug, dog?
I agree with Braun, man. I feel like because they kind of commercialized it, I would have just rather them do the TV format. I
Yeah.
feel like the TV format was a little cooler. Unless you're gonna really take it to the playground and you're gonna make everybody stand in the middle of the floor and they're gonna be like, yo, I'm picking such and such. But they're looking at no list beforehand, nothing like that. Just give them lapel mics and then say, yo, so that the crowd can hear you, you're gonna stand in the center court. It's gonna be you and the other captain. You're gonna look them other 24 players in the face,
Yeah.
and you're gonna choose who you want, just like you was on the basketball court. I think that would have been a little bit better. But I like the idea, and I think anything that makes the game more interactive and more like, because there was some moments, the Jokic moment where he didn't want to be picked last, so he gets up and just goes to LeBron's team.
Right.
There was some moments. Giannis drafting John Morant
as a reserve when he was a starter, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Those moments are dope. I appreciate that, but I feel like if you're not going to do it truly hardwood style, go to the TV format.
To the
I don't know
TV.
what you thought, but yeah, what you think, bro?
Yeah, nah, I enjoyed it, man. I thought it was I enjoyed some of the moments of, like, you see what's the old boy name? LeBron kind of like already trying to recruit your boy Kyrie Irving to come to LA. He gave him that big old the wizard, all this kind of, he fancied it up. I'm like, this dude, you already know he want to be reunited back with Kyrie. I thought it kind of forced to see these guys in a different light. Like, all basketball players don't have personality. You know what I mean? They don't even be in front of the camera. And so I kind of wanted to see how cats was looking. Like Giannis, you obviously see his kind of him being an international player in the league. It kind of takes over when he has to say more than a couple words. You kind of see him revert back to like, I'm kind of like actually not from here, and like his culture kind of takes him over him, which is cool. Like, I love diversity, but it just gotta be like, I don't know if he really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he providing the entertainment factor that you really wanted from that experience of the schoolyard style pickup game drafting. But I think they could capitalize on it maybe next year. Maybe, like you said, like, be on the court, catch this staying, and then it ain't like they went to commercial. Like, you don't gotta go to commercial to pick teams. Like, nah, we know who we going to play with. Like, boom, boom, boom. All right, let's get it. Then you can go to commercial. We come back, boom, we finna be on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but oh boy, bro, Jokic almost being the last cat out of the starters had me dead, dog. Like. Like, that boy, bro, he made sure he wasn't gonna be last, dog. And who was up there with? Laurie Marketing? Was that the other cat that was up there?
Yeah, Marketing last, bro.
Hey, I think Laurie would have got picked over Jokic, dog.
Facts,
Hey.
absolutely.
Hey.
But you gotta understand. I appreciate Jokic's humility. All jokes aside, because though they were trying to humble him, and rightfully so,
I loved it.
He also was right to say at the end of the press conference, he was like, look, I'm not built for this game, bro. Like, my game, I know I'm slow, I know I'm big, I know I'm white, I know I can barely do a calf raise, let alone jump onto a curb. Like,
yeah, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that in a second. But yeah, hey, I'm like, this dude, dog. Hey, this is who y'all finna deem a 3-time MVP cat right here, man. I really wanted the Giannis and LeBron. I wish it would have panned out that he would have got picked last, but this dude gonna hop out of the seat and make Laurie Marketing go last. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, he was like, nah, stop playing with me, man. You ain't thinking about nothing. Pick me, bro.
Hey, bro, it was, I thought it was cool all in all, man. I think next year, like you said, if they're not gonna go all the way with what cats really want to see with just picking on the court and going to the game, you might as well stay like with the TV style type of vibe, man, because you want to make sure you give the fans exactly what they expect. Because I didn't know it was gonna be like that either. I didn't know they was gonna be sitting up there, and you know what I mean. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. So, kind of had different expectations.
Yeah, I think the world did too. And like I said, it wasn't a bad idea. I actually think it was fine. But
yeah,
the way that you capitalize on it, how you practically do it. Like, Cash wants you to take it to the hood if you're going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let dudes show up in white beaters and shorts and be like, yo, this is what we're going to do. I'm taking dude over here. You know what I mean? Like, let it be. And I would even say, I know this kind of would defeat the purpose of voting, so you can tell me what you think about this, but I would even say do away with the whole starters versus reserves thing. Just we got the 24 people who made it, so maybe you can do the actual voting starters versus reserves. But then when you do the actual drafting of the players, look, 24 players, just choose who you want, straight up. No starters, no reserves, no order. Choose who you want, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go. Take your squad. You know what I'm saying? So that's how
I think that'd be cool because it'd definitely be some cats being picked ahead of some of the starters. Like I'm picking Dame over Larry Marketing any day of the week, even though Dame was a reserve and Larry was a starter. It's gonna be a lot of those situations. Yeah, I mean, it's just like if I know obviously Embiid wasn't even a starter this year when everybody was healthy based off of the voting, and who LeBron picked first? Embiid. Like stuff like that would happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with it, bro.
So, yeah, all in all, I thought it was interesting, but we'll see what they do next year, man. All-Star game, though, man. Team Giannis finally gets the dub after going, 0-3 or 0-2 versus LeBron?
0-3 in the first 3 weeks. Yeah,
LeBron was 5-0 as a captain. I guess he's 5-1 now. I foresee him being the captain until he retires. You know what I mean? I don't see nobody really taking over. Because especially with the way that they honoring and stuff, because he nearing his retirement, I think he always gonna be the captain. But man, Giannis came out balling, man. Not actually Giannis, but Team Giannis. They came out balling, man. Early on, you had a little showdown between Tatum and LeBron. Brian was in there for a while getting crazy. I felt like Brian was actually trying to go for the MVP, bro. Like I felt like he had an extra pep in his step, and it felt like he was definitely trying to go out there and get another dub, but also get an MVP, being that he was getting honored doing that mug. You know, the halftime show, you had him come out with Kareem and Malone. I thought it was cool. That kind of was like, let's just do this. Like, what did you feel about that mud? Like, that mud did not leave a heavy impression on me at all, bro. Like, it was just kind of like, they didn't even look like they wanted to be up there.
I know in the group chat, he was literally texting. He was like, yo, what are they doing? And what's going on? and literally was like, nah, they about to honor Braun, dog.
Hey, bro, because I didn't understand. I'm looking like, why is Karl Malone up there? At first, because I didn't see that Kareem was about to come up there either. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I felt like it was already a huge moment the moment he passed in that game, and they honored him then. So what was the point of it? Yeah, I didn't really understand it, bro.
That was the first time that you can get both legends to go along with Braun in the same room. Because truth be told, that was my biggest takeaway. Karl Malone didn't want to be there. I mean, did you see dude's face?
I didn't pay attention to it. What was he doing?
Literally, bro. So just let's reenact it. Literally, all I need you to say is, now introducing Karl Malone. You ready? Go ahead.
Now introducing Karl Malone. Hey, boy, he looked like a mean-ass police officer, man, because the shop ran out of donuts. Hey, bro, that's what he looked like, because he got that mustache. Like, bro, he looked weird as hell, bro. Like,
Karl Malone, what are you going through, bro? You being honored, and you look like somebody drugged you to a baby shower or something, dog. If you don't relax and take this honor and stop playing with me, bro, what's wrong with you, man?
Yeah,
that was
man.
Weird. That was weird, bro.
I don't know. Those are some of the most mysterious players and stars ever. Him and John Stockton. I've never ran into somebody that's been a firm stand of neither of those players. Like, I don't know anybody. Yeah. It just seemed like they came, put together a collection of great seasons, never won rings, and went out the league. Like, that's like exactly how their career went. They both had major stats and points. I mean, they both had major statistical milestones with being a point leader at one point and then being an all-time assist leader still to this day with John Stockton. But it's like it doesn't really equate to like greatness amongst people like having conversation and kind of standing for them. I just don't know.
And it should though, word. But the problem is them not only did they not win, them dudes are just weird. Stockton's a little weird. Karl Malone is definitely a little weird, bro. And you like, I know y'all played well and y'all were doing y'all thing, but y'all were weird then, and you're even weirder as old people now, bro. So It's just it's wild. I respect the hell out of what they've accomplished. I gotta say that first, but dog, it's weird and it's gonna be hard for anybody moving forward beyond our era to even give them any credit because it's like y'all were just weird, bro. Like
it just seemed like them dudes were just numbers that performed great and just went out the league. Like that's
for real.
It just I don't know if it's a Utah thing because I mean. I don't know. I felt like, but you know what? I did enjoy the production of this All-Star weekend. Like with they had it was a moment they had like I don't know what they called in the title. It was kind of like a battle between BB Rexha and Wiz Khalifa one night, and then Shaq is a master of entertainment, dog. Like, let me tell you this right now. Dude was having so many moments, bro, where you just like, yeah, he made that a moment. Without him, this one would have been even more dry. Like, whether if it was when it was what's the old boy named Charles Barkley's 68th birthday. And they brought down like a pinata, and then he just started punching that mug. He had the crowd sing happy birthday to him, and then he was talking crazy. When they had, I think this was before the dunk contest or the All-Star game, but he was like, "Hey man, hey Chuck, what you drinking? It sound like you drunk." He talking about he shouted out some hard liquor. Yeah, Patron.
Patron was sponsoring Chuck tonight, dog. That was amazing, dog.
I like dog. Hey, Shaq is a straight up. I mean, he really does though, dog. I mean, he be the life of the party. Bro. He be the life of the party, dog.
Shaq my type of celebrity, dog. He the type of dude I want to kick you with after the show for sure. For sure, bro.
He be lit, dog. But I mean, so yeah, Team Giannis and them, man, they won the game. You got Kyrie Irving. He came out balling too. He ended up with 32, 15, and 6. Wasn't bad.
Did
he? Yeah. He came out in a halftime. He was the game leading scorer. I think with like 18. And he definitely made for the All-Star. He had a bunch of eye candy moments in that mug. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on over there, man? You hide. Oh, you all right, dog. Something about to fall or what, bro?
No, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Yeah. Anyways, we had Kyrie with 32. We had Embiid with 32. You got Jalen, bro. This is look.
Put some respect on Jaylen Brown's name, bro. He was cooking, bro. Stop
Hold on, bro. But look, let me just say, dog, this, oh my God. Oh, I didn't even look at this until now. This is why, at moments, I can't stand Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, out of all 24 players that played and laced up tonight, had the second most attempts. Why is that what's going on? He had 27. He took 27 shots. He took the most on Team LeBron, bro. It's insane. He's playing next to LeBron himself, Joel Embiid, Jokic, Kyrie Irving, Doncic, and everybody else. But he took the most on that team, bro. I don't want to.
Hey, I'm gonna say this.
Hey, you know the only player he didn't take more than in the game? Just take a guess.
Tatum, right?
Jason Tatum. That's the only player. And that's because he had it actually going, bro.
Yo, let me tell you something about Jaylen Brown. In the moments in which he's screwing up, you like, bro. Because I'm a Celtics fan, bro, so I go through this all the time.
Right.
You watch games and you're like, Jaylen, no!
Bruh.
But let me tell you, when you need a bucket and he's playing right, it's the greatest quality in the world. Because let me tell you, in the finals last year, when Tatum when they was playing mind games with Tatum and just doing little stuff to bother him and whatever the case may be, and we needed scoring because Tatum was going through what he was going through at the time. Jaylen Brown was fearless. Now he made some mistakes, but he was fearless. And when I look at that box score, it is comical because it's like, bro, now you got no business taking 27 shots with those guys on your team. You have no business. But that's also the thing that makes Jaylen Brown at the same time. Like, it's like you love it and you hate it all at the same time. What are you doing? And also, hey, go for it, young fella. Go get it. Go get
man. No, I'm not finna encourage that madness. When I got Kyrie Irving on my squad, LeBron, all these other you shot 20, bro. I didn't even see that until I looked at this box score, bro. And that mug is purely comical to me, bro. I did not know that, dog. I mean, he was efficient outside of shooting from 3. He went 3 of 12. I don't know why he was shooting that many threes, but man, So when you go to Team Giannis, man, of course you got Tatum at 55, 10 and 6. You got
MVP
Donovan Mitchell.
Let's get it.
Yeah, he broke the record. Shout out to my boy for that, my G. Tatum with the most points in an All-Star game, passing up Anthony Davis. I think he was at 52. Hey, bro, he could have really went for like 60 if he wanted to, because I mean he had 49.
I thought he was gonna get it, word.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna get it. I said I was calling it in the chat. I said I think he's gonna get 60. Give him 60. But wasn't enough time.
Yeah, well, it came down because they got that whole thing where you got to have like a target score. So even the amount of points he would have got like to that score before he got to 60. But yeah, man, he went bonkers, man. Tatum went crazy. The thing is, if Tatum is doing what he's been doing over, I know that I ain't gonna count the All-Star game, but the game before the All-Star game, he had a game where he had like 7 threes in one quarter. If that's what the trend is finna be in the second half of the season going to the postseason, he may be able to track your boy Jokic down for that MVP, dog.
He might. But also remember where Giannis had a couple 50-point games, 12-game winning streak down the stretch of the first half as well. So to me, it's still a legitimate 4-man race at this point.
Who the fought? What, Embiid?
Yeah, I think Embiid's number 4, Tatum's 3, Giannis is 2, Jokic is 1. But 1, 2, and 3 still are interchangeable, and Embiid's kind of on the outside looking in. But Philly's still playing great, and he's still putting a big number. So it's still a legitimate 4-man race, and I feel like this last 20 games is going to really tell the story. I'm hoping to see some amazing basketball.
I would, and a part of me saying, Tatum will be able to have a change is a bit of rooting for that to happen more than reasoning as to why I'm coming together with that take. But and that's reason. And what I'm trying to say is that only exists because you have this narrative of a big man averaging a triple double, and I think that just takes so much favor and odds into his direction that it's almost going to be almost ridiculous things that have to happen for somebody to kind of strip that from him. You know what I mean? Like, so that's one thing that I think Jokic got where it's gonna be just really hard to overcome that. Now, if he start losing and he doing that, like they ain't the number 1 seed, I could see some things happening. If like Tatum or Giannis just runs off with it and they winning majorly more than the Nuggets, possibly. But yeah, man, we shall see, man. But yeah, shout out to Tatum, got MVP, man. You seen Donovan Mitchell? He actually wanted to kind of go for it, but he couldn't keep up the hot shooting that Tatum was doing, dog.
Yeah, Donovan. Hey, shout out to Donovan though, because let me tell you, this year Donovan has kind of proven that he's better than a lot of people thought he was in Utah. But I think even the All-Star game with Tatum's performance, it showed, hey, as much improvement as you made, Donovan, and we definitely see you working. And glad that you were a starter this year, really putting in work with the Cavs. There's still levels to superstardom. And Donovan is still that tier down from the top level guys. Tatum's the top 10 guy. Mitchell's the top 20 guy. And it showed. As Mitchell was balling, it was like, you going crazy, but this guy to your left is going even crazier than you, bro.
What I was noticing is you see how guys approach the game when you have the best in the game all on the same court. Like, bro, the way that Tatum got 55 was like throwing grapes in the ocean. He was not even trying that hard. You got, like, if you look at the amount of drives that Donovan Mitchell had, and like I want to say he probably went to the line more than anybody because he was playing as if like he really wanted, and it was looking hard how he was trying to go after it. You know what I mean? Like he was getting fouled, and he had a bunch of moments where he was going to the free throw line. Honestly, he only went there twice, but only 2 people went to the free throw line, and it was actually only him and Jason Tatum, right? Jason Tatum went to the free throw line like in the last couple minutes, but Donovan Mitchell was driving and like approaching that game like, yeah, I'm finna get this, I'm back in Utah, da-da-da-da-da. But you can kind of see like, man, the game don't come as easy for him compared to guys like Tatum when you see their games on the same court.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Like,
but also some of that is Donovan Mitchell is about 6'1", 6'2", bro. I know
it come down to frame default for sure. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, he a small dude too, so he can't get it like Tatum. Tatum can get it off the muscles, left shoulder, right shoulder, big boy you, draw you to the basket. Tatum's just got an array of skills that Mitchell at that size. And,
not gonna be a 40.
He's just not even God touched enough to really do that. But also Tatum is just that guy as well with the ability, the hard work and stuff like that. I'm very happy for him, and I think that with Kobe being his idol and him getting that award, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. Like I think y'all said this after. All of the greats have eventually gotten it at least once at one point. From what I believe, I think there was a few greats who didn't, but still, most of the greats have gotten it at least once. Duncan didn't.
Most of the greats. Yeah, and Duncan gonna be one of those categories. We gonna finish off with saying that about Jokic and them. But yeah, Duncan's one of those guys where the All-Star game isn't built for their games. You know what I mean? But when you look at the guys that have that flair to their game, you know, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Curry, those guys all fit into that. I want to say Shaq got one even. Yeah, Shaq got one. He shared one when Kobe won All-Star game. So yeah, like the guys that have that flair, that dominance, that you should be expected to get a All-Star MVP. Now, with that being said, bro, the guys when you talking about shouldn't be in the All-Star game, bro, I'm gonna need Doncic. Who you see LeBron talking about who could not Luka Doncic when he's picking. I say he should have said the hookah dog. Anyways, dog, I'm gonna need Luka Doncic and Jokic to never be in the starting lineup or even just bow out the All-Star game. Don't even come out, bro, because bro, take an injury. You know what I'm saying? Like, or give it to somebody else that deserves to be in that mug. Do something like that. Darren Fox no, you know what? Darren Fox actually got in there. But it had to come down to people like being injured and all this.
James Harden was left out the game. Give it to
James Harden. Give it to him. Give it to him, bro.
Davis was left out the game. Give it to
him, my God. That was a robbery right there. But yeah, give it to AD, man.
You got to give your spot up. Give your spot up.
Give your spot up. Yeah. Even if they don't even get the actual accreditation of being an All-Star. Shoot, let's just get their performance, and we want to see that. Because All-Star got to be about literally trying to please the fans at that point, because it's the best players in the league being tested amongst the other best in the league. You know what I mean? Like, and that kind of lead into the last question about All-Star Weekend, man. And it's just like, how can the league improve the experience in the competitive nature of the All-Star game, my G? Like, what you think? When you look back in the day, you know, that's kind of the whole narrative. Back in the day, cats was more physical, cats was more competitive, cats played D. What you see? How you think they can have some type of method to bring incentive to playing more competitive basketball All-Star Weekend, bro?
I'm so glad you asked, bro. Mainly because of this. I'm just not understanding certain players getting selected for the All-Star game to begin with. Like, Doncic's game doesn't translate. He doesn't feel like doing what it takes to run and jump and things of that nature. He was ready to get to Mexico, you know, halfway through the game. I don't want to see him play in the All-Star game. Jokic, the passing from Jokic was fire. But at the same time, he's too slow and flat-footed. So to me, you want to know the proper change? It's the same thing that Vince Carter said on the broadcast. He was saying the reason why Mac McClung won the dunk contest is because he wanted to be there. Yeah, he might have been the most athletic dude. He might have had the best dunk package, but he wanted to be there, and that's what's got to happen for the All-Star players. Let me say this. Let me get real serious. When I'm hearing in the fourth quarter, Joel Embiid, who openly admitted, yo, my back ain't feeling right, I need rest, my legs is heavy, I'd rather not play in the All-Star game. And Coach Mike Malone, he snitched. He told y'all, he said, Joel Embiid was in the huddle in the fourth quarter, him and Kyrie, encouraging dudes to play hard, to play defense, to play for Kobe in the fourth quarter. Like, if I got to do that, bro, you don't deserve to be an All-Star. Go take the week off, bro. Don't even come to the game.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you play if I got to encourage you to play defense in the fourth quarter, bro. Like, you had 3 quarters to dunk and throw alley-oops and shoot half-court threes. In the fourth quarter, honor Kobe Bean and play the game right, bro. Make it competitive. Yeah. And so I thought it was trash that a dude who was ready who was literally looking forward to rest, is out there still playing defense because the rest of the team doesn't take that honor of being an All-Star series. Anthony Davis would have took that honor seriously because he got snubbed. James Harden would have took it seriously because he got snubbed. And plenty other dudes who were looking forward to that nod who didn't get it. But you got the seat and you want to mess around and be trash at the end of the fourth quarter. I ain't rolling with it, bro. And if I'm Adam Silver, I'm saying to myself, hey, let's be honest. I know you got voted in, but if you don't want to play hard, give your spot to somebody else, and that's how we improve it. That's how we improve the game. Let people who want to be there play the game. That's my spiel, bro.
Nah, bro, I like that a lot. I feel like it's a lot of truth to that for sure. I don't know if this is post or pre-game interviews, but Anthony Edwards had an interesting. Not really an interesting take. It was just a blunt take. And I think one of the reporters asked him, "What is one thing you would want to change about the league?" And he was just saying the way players load manage. He want people to just play the game. And he was just really echoing that from a standpoint of like, bro, he don't know why cats are not really playing the game consistently night in and night out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that is, I think, speaking to just the tone of how the league is. So if it's games like All-Star Weekend, or if it's games like nearing the playoffs, people start to play the game with a strategic way of, I'm about to rest, or we can blow this game, or we can throw this game to get a lower seed, or All-Star Weekend is not really for being competitive or playing a competitive game, so we'll take it easy. Or, you know what I mean? It's all these situations where I think it's like, instead of playing hard and trying to go out night in and night out and play really competitive basketball, it's almost a tone and a culture in the league that exists to say, how can I get through the season the easiest way without and playing the least amount of games and still win as if I had an approach like I'm playing every game night in and night out with a top tier competitive type of approach on the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Anthony Edwards, I like that he said it because he a young cat, and he even went to the point where he was like, bro, if I'm 70%, 80%, it don't matter. Cats gotta play. And that's facts. Like, when you look at cats, bro, I believe Michael Jordan, I want to say, played like 10 seasons. I don't know, I may be exaggerating, but he played an array of seasons that was 82 games in totality. In the 90s, you talking about where it was even more physical game, right? Cats gotta come to play way more consistently, night in, night out, hurt or not, and show up. Because trust me, you got that standpoint. You got Kobe would also echo the fans showing up in the crowd, anticipating a real competitive game from their favorite stars. If that's All-Star Weekend, they really expecting y'all cats to be balling and competing. If I'm coming to Indiana, if I'm coming to Chicago, if I'm coming to LA, wherever, to see my favorite player, and that boy don't lace up because he low managed and he ain't really injured, bro, I'm hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hot, bro. Like, at that point, it's like, y'all ain't even the toughest athletes in the world at this point. Y'all acting weaker than us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we the cats that's looking on to the game as a fan. How are we having more tougher skin? Y'all got the millions of dollars, right? Millions. So, yeah, man, I think cats gotta be more willing to play, dog, through injury, through all the aches and pains, and stop leaning so heavily on that load management, bro, because you already know, like you said, bro, cats on the bench having to push cats to play hard. Bro, if you a top tier all-star and I got to do that, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? You got to go.
Bro. Don't even show up. Don't even
show up. I don't even want you on my squad. I'm the type of cat that say, take the jersey off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get off the squad. Yeah, like, take the jersey off. You don't deserve to wear this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you going to have to go.
I like that.
Yeah, bro. So, hey, man, hopefully, you know, it's another generation of tougher, mentally tough guys and physically tough guys that's coming up, man. I don't know if it's really gonna be any guys like that, but and this goes right into the next segment, bro, with my guy Russ. They don't make cats like Russ no more. They really don't. You can criticize his game. how he sees the game, how he plays the game, but you can never say he's cheated the game, right? You can never say he's cheated the game. You can never say he takes plays off. You can never say, like, this dude ain't one of them ones that's willing to put blood, sweat, and tears, body to the court every night. And he just made to really be like, yo, I'm here. I'm here to give it my all. I play with heart. I play with dedication. And you ain't gonna never have to question that, bro. And that goes into him being blessed. What'd he say? Being blessed with now leaving the squad, right? That's in my squad at that. But I gotta keep it a beam. We are in a stage where we trying to figure it out. Right? We trying to figure it out. Ain't nothing promising really with anything that we got going on. The lineup, catch health, our ceiling, like none of that is promised for us. We ain't even got like, oh, we can get here. Nah, I don't even know if we can be a play-in team right now. Brian just got injured in All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what? Hopefully he gonna play through it now, but who knows, man? But no, Russ, yeah, man, he about to get bought out, headed to the Clippers. I was saying, like, man, they finna help out the ops by unloading my boy, and he finna go out and get signed by the Clippers, because Paul George was like, bro, if it's one cat he want to see get a chip, it's Russ. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I respect that.
And here's the thing. When you go look at Paul George's career, his best year was with Russ. Like, he was literally, I think he finished 4th in the MVP race, bro. Like, they got a certain chemistry. And I'm sure he ain't probably never played with somebody like with that type of mentality and approach on the game, bro. And look, Russ is perfect for the LA Clippers, because when you talking about a guy over there that's a firm believer in load management, hey, Russ gonna be on that nigga Kawhi head like, yeah, you lacing up tonight. What you talking about? You ain't sleep well last night. We need you here, my G. You lacing up. Hey man, what you think about Russ? What you think about Russ? Hey, I had to kind of like act that out, bro, because I see it going like that, G. Like, you got two cats. They both from Cali, but they two different cats out of Cali, bro.
He gonna get on his head.
He gonna get on his head, bro. What you think about my cat Russ going over there, man?
Listen, I've been very critical of Russ, for those who know me, man, but I think that what I'm critical about is objective. I don't think I'm just throwing random criticism at him. But what I will say is this: never cheated a game, first ballot Hall of Famer, plays with extreme energy, still one of the fastest dudes in the NBA.
Yeah.
Still can get to the bucket low key at will. He just needs to concentrate on his finishing, because he had in LA. He didn't finish
the way that you had to get in on it. He had to concentrate.
Yeah, because he is a great finisher, bro. But sometimes I'll be like, Russ, if you don't calm down, like,
yeah.
In Washington, he was finishing at the basket, I think, a little bit more efficiently than when he was in LA. But getting to the rim is never the issue. Yeah, I'm gonna blow past you. I got a quick first step, left hand, right hand. It's just, concentrating on finishing the bucket. But
yeah,
I feel like as long as listen, I personally think that if he went anywhere else, he wasn't gonna last long in the NBA.
Yeah,
because a lot of teams have certain, I would even go as far as to say, agendas with Russ, certain narratives they try to throw at Russ that keep him from being successful, and then they want to play Russ a certain way that doesn't benefit his style.
Right.
But him going to the Clippers with Paul George, staying at home, and here's the big piece right here.
What's that?
Being coached by Ty Lue.
Yeah.
Who understands Russ, a black African American coach, been in the trenches, knows what it's like to deal with players and talk to players, dealt with Kyrie, dealt with LeBron, dealt with Pierce, Garnett, Ray Allen, Rondo. He's been around the block.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is the perfect situation for Russ. I remember when Russ was a free agent not a free agent, but looking for a trade the first time. Mm-hmm. And before he went to the Lakers, I said, it might be best if he goes play point guard with the Clippers, because he knows the personalities over there. Mm-hmm. And Russ is probably going to bring the best out of that team. Woj already said that he's going to have a really good chance to start for the Clippers, which I know is important for him. And as much as I like to see Bones Highland get a chance, he's already played the 6-man role, so that's no big deal. And the Clippers are going to be pretty. They're going to be stacked, and they're going to be really good, bro. So
the Clippers.
I don't want to play them round one. I don't want to play Russ with the Clippers round one.
I'm not trying to play them. Nah, the Clippers, bro. And it's crazy because I've already had the Clippers coming out of the West if I had to put money on anybody. It only boosts those odds for me when Russ decided to go there. In that transaction is about to happen. Another part of that was like the Bones, all the movements they made and pickups they made at trade deadline. Bones Highland, Mason Plumlee, Eric Gordon. You got Russ now over there. The potential starting lineup is Russ at 1, PG and Kawhi Leonard at the 2 and 3, Morris at the 4, and then you got Zubac, and then you got a loaded bench, bro.
Incredible.
And the thing is, I believe he definitely gonna start because the conversation. Here's how I think the conversation went. Russ, I want to start. Clippers was like, cool, but know that you coming in not with like a big 3 type of situation. You coming in with the person that's gonna unleash the offense because they haven't been having a traditional PG over there. So you got to come in and get it going. But when one of our stars sit, then you can slide up to that slot of being a guy that can fill it up and go get the ball.
Go crazy.
Because Kawhi Leonard going to probably be the first guy that's going to go to the bench. You know what I'm saying? Or it's going to be stints where he may not be in the game and they going to rely on somebody to still fill it up. But then it's still like, bro, when they doing that, you got the Bones coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got all these. And so I'm just like,
Bones, bro. You got Eric Gordon. You got Batum. You got Plumlee. You got, like, Terrence Mann. Like, dog, they're so deep. There's another starting 5 on the bench, bro.
come on. Now you acting crazy now.
On the bench.
Yeah, bro. They are deep. They well-rounded. They got length. They got experience. They got champions. They battle tested. They got a champion coach. Like, bro, when you think about that squad, I mean, as long as they put together this stretch of games where they build chemistry and they get but they already got familiarity amongst some of the people between Russ, PG, right? You got PG and Kawhi has now been gelling a bit. I look at they last few wins. You got the Clippers underneath their belt. I mean, they got a win versus Suns underneath their belt. They got Golden State, and they had a competitive game versus the Bucks. So now you add this, bro. It's looking up for them, bro. Like I've already had them coming out the West. I know most people heavily swung to the Phoenix Suns, but I'm not a believer in those guys' bodies down there. I'm more so, and I know people can play devil's advocate and say, well, Kawhi definitely is a questionable case of injury prone, but I think he's had enough games off, and it's a part of just that whole universe is now on his side type of stuff I was talking about. I think that's gonna come into play as well. When you ask somebody like Russ, he brings a certain mentality over there.
What's so crazy though, word, and keep cooking because you cooking, bro, with fish grease. I'm with you, bro. You cooking over there. But my thing is this though. It's hard to use the Kawhi argument because he starts cooking the last 3 weeks, three or 4 weeks in the NBA. He's looking as healthy as ever. Yeah. And then we run him to the All-Star break where his behind gets 2 more weeks off. He's gonna be even fresher, bro. This cat gonna be even fresher. When he gets back, he's gonna be 115%. I don't know what y'all are talking about now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, they bro, Clippers are sturdy. Or they sturdy enough to say we'll take them over the Bucks or the Celtics coming out. That's where I would pump the brakes. I think they'll be competitive versus either one of them. But I don't know if you know what? It will be really competitive with either one of them coming out and Clippers facing them. Because it's a nice matchup everywhere between all those 3 teams.
Let me tell you, I'm not gonna lie. I don't necessarily fear them.
Nah, not that.
But you want to talk about a big 2 that matches up with our big 2.
That's it.
Tatum and Brown, Kawhi and PG is a matchup for the gods, bro.
In the dog fight between the Russ and a Marcus Smart.
Ooh,
hey,
really?
And I don't know who's. I want to say Clippers probably maybe are deeper just on paper, but as far as the guys that have been playing and rotated out, I mean. When I think of Brogdon and Derek White, I mean, they are serious guys that can get to their spots,
Hey,
and they don't care who guards them.
My new favorite Celtic, Mike Muscala, bro. The
Hey,
7-footer.
hey, he came in and knew his role. No kizzy,
He said,
dog.
hey, I'm a 7-footer with a 30 clip. Watch this. Like, everything was just...
I mean...
He was unloading the clip, bro.
Yeah, nah, Muscola, bro, he came in. You said they got him from OKC?
OKC, bro. That's where they got him from. Yeah.
That was a steal. That was a steal, bro. That was a steal, dog. But no, I definitely, I'm excited for my guy Russ, man. Of course, you know, Clippers versus Lakers gonna be April 5th. I'm gonna be sitting front row on the screen for that one because Russ gonna definitely want some of his get back. And we shall see, man. They definitely are the guys that I feel the most confident in out the West. I'm definitely picking them over the Nuggets. I had them over the Nuggets already, but they definitely just added a piece that brings a lot of the DNA that didn't exist over there. The intangibleness that didn't exist over there is now present with Russ being added to that, bro. Like
Agreed,
I feel
bro.
like
Agreed. Russ for that team is exactly what they need. And it's like I said, as long as he doesn't fall in love with the three and attacks the rim, or really just kind of plays the way he did in the middle of the year, where he was just getting aggressive, heading downhill, and running the offense. As long as Russ is the best version of what we know he can be at this stage of his career, man, the Clippers just get scary, man. Shout out to the Clippers, man. It's gonna be a dogfight in the West, but shout out to the Clippers, man. They look great, and right now they're also my favorite to knock out the Suns and knock out the Nuggets and be in the finals at this point too, bro. I'm with you.
Knock out the Suns, knock out the Nuggets, knock out Golden State. I took Golden State down to barely even being a play-in team with Steph being out so long.
Golden State may not make it, bro. They may not make it. They playing.
They may not. I'm excited for my boy Russ at least to have it seems he'll have another crack at the ring though, because that's my guy, man. But man, here we go. Another sad story, man. Another sad story here. You ain't like that, did you, dog? It's Zion AD 2.0, dog. We coming right to you, my G. What you think? Is he? You know what? Let me get myself up here. What do I mean by that? I don't want people to get things misconstrued. Talent level, where he is right now, he probably should be eclipsing AD. Like AD wasn't a more hype prospect than Zion. What he's accomplished right now, is he passing somebody like AD at that stage? I don't think he is, because he's even missed more games at that stage than AD was. AD was not as injury prone as he's been in LA versus him back in New Orleans. I feel like in LA he had that one crazy year, and then it's just been a nightmare ever since then. But he put together seasons in New Orleans that he was consistently there, night in, night out. Finishing season, taking teams to the playoffs. So what I mean by that is Zion AD 2.0, is he showing signs to be just as or more injury prone than somebody like AD? And if that's the case, how do we feel about that?
Well, for people who don't know, a big time Zion Williamson fan, nothing made me happier than the first 30 games of the season where he was going crazy, though he was putting the world on notice. He was looking like the guy at Duke, lost a considerable amount of weight from last year to this year. Athleticism and bounce, defense, ball handling ability. He was doing his thing. He was working, which I think is the thing that got him an All-Star nod. And while he was playing, before he went down, the Pelicans were number 2 in the West, hovering around 1, 2, or 3. And he had them at he was the sole reason because Brandon Ingram was out, and also CJ at that point in time was in and out of the lineup with COVID. So he was the main reason why that team was a top 2, top 3 team in the Western Conference by himself. That's how special he was playing. Now, when he went down, Pelicans lost 10 straight, and now they're at the number 7th seed, I believe, fighting to get themselves back. But the West is so close. A couple games here and there, they could be right back. However, he won't be back till mid-March now. So March 15th is his target date, and where they expect him to have the full 5 weeks because he re-aggravated his hamstring. So, that's what they're expecting now. So hopefully that happens. Now, with that being the case, there's really two scenarios for Zion at this point. Mm-hmm. He has one more year to figure this out. So right now he's trending more towards AD, but he does have a second option, and that's Joel Embiid. He has an opportunity to do something sort of like what Joel Embiid did, which is Joel Embiid was very injury prone his first 3 seasons. Year 4, he was a little bit less injury prone, and then by year 5, he switched it up, got everything that he needed, and from there has been playing about 65, 70 games a year. And to me, Zion has that option. Whatever needs to change with his body or with his lower extremities, that needs to happen. Because
hey dog, I have
for an ankle, a foot, a hamstring, a knee. He's good for it, bro.
He may be good for an eyeball.
Yeah, like, fam, come on, bro. You know what I mean? So I said this on Twitter and I meant it, bro. I said no one cares how special you are if nobody gets to see it. And that's just really how what sums up Zion's career like to this point. When healthy, he would be up there at the very least, in my opinion, with the Ja Morants of the world. I believe he's that good.
Yeah.
At the same time, no one knows that because the man plays 30 to 40 games a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's at this point he's looking like AD, and it's looking like 2.0, bro. And New Orleans seems to have this problem where they get these stars. They had Chris Paul early in his career, and he played a lot, but he also went down a lot. AD played a lot, but then went down a lot, and now it looks like Zion, who I can't even use to play a lot yet. I just got to say he plays some, he goes down a lot. So
he just go down a lot. Yeah, man.
He just go down a lot, bro.
Is Zion AD 2.0? I very much believe there's a lot of things to have me believe that he is that. You know, he has like some crazy stat that he's missed like 50% of the games or something crazy. It's a lot of stats out there. It's like he's missed a large amount. And it's always been coming at the time where the team seems to be going in great direction due to his great play being a huge contributor. And then it's like a disappearance because his body fails him. You know what I mean? And yeah, like you said, they was all the way up to like the 2 seed in the West. Now they down to the 7. They had some really, I mean, it was like somebody described it as like a free fall the way they shot down the standings. I mean, they were consecutively losing games at a crazy pace. And yeah, man, they are definitely one of the teams that I feel like is going to be beneficial to my Lakers being able to make a possible climb back into the playoffs. Them and Utah are the 2 teams that I'm depending heavily on to give us leeway to get back into that playoff picture. But we have to be healthy. You know what I mean? But yeah, back on Zion, I hate to see it because last year the team made it to the playoffs, but he wasn't present to give them a fair chance. This year, hopefully that's not going to be the same trend, but he's hurting them in a time where a lot of teams are trying to really play these last 20 games with every bit of chance they can to get into the playoffs, and they're not going to be putting their best foot forward with him not on the court. Brandon Ingram, you know, he can take some of that blame as well, but he's not the number one. CJ McCollum, he was out, but he always seemingly seems to get back in the game pretty quick.
Agreed.
You know, and yeah, I mean, those are the main 3 guys over there. You got Larry Nance. You got what's the other guy name? Tyler Herb. What's his name? Herb Jones.
Trey Murphy. Yep.
Trey Murphy, Herb Jones.
That's Tyler.
Yeah, man. But yeah.
Listen, matter of fact, people don't know this. Jose Alvarado, I forgot to talk about him in All-Star Weekend. God,
here we go.
No. I'm not going to go crazy, but he won MVP of the Rising Stars
Let's give him
situation on Friday.
We gonna give somebody something here, huh?
No, I mean, the thing with New Orleans is so terrible is I really do wish they could put it together because there's a lot of pieces over there that I think a lot of teams could really use and want. Similar to, so the Lakers just got a bunch of pieces. We talked about your Lakers last episode about how they got dudes like Vanderbilt and Beasley and even Russell to a lesser degree. Right. And how if you're a casual NBA fan, you don't know those names. But for the people who watch the games, you realize no, Beasley is a really good complimentary piece. Rui Hachimura, a really good complimentary piece. Vanderbilt, Russell, dudes that really, if you have them part of your rotation, you're competitive. New Orleans has a bunch of those players. Yeah. Jose Alvarado, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones. But it's like without their stars, you're not going to watch that team. And it's almost guaranteed that one or two of their stars are going to be out for every national televised game. So even when Zion was playing, there was still no Brandon Ingram. When Brandon Ingram's playing, there's still no Zion. When Zion and CJ are playing, so it's just crazy, bro. You never can get that team full. But I would love to see that team in the West 100%. Because I actually think that they're who how the Kings are showing up now for the world and how they're like in the top 3 or 4 is who the Pelicans would be if they were healthy. They just never healthy.
They just never healthy. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Because the Kings actually ended up with 2 guys in the All-Star game, Sabonis and Fox. But yeah, man, it's a bit unfortunate, man, because Zion is one of those guys, and that's one of the takeaways from All-Star Weekend too. Kind of piggybacking off of that was it's about the stars. It's about the stars. Even the dunk. Shout out to Mac McClung, but it's about the stars. We want to see the Jazz in the dunk contest. We want to see Zion in the dunk contest. You know what I mean? We want to see Steph Curry in All-Star game without Steph Curry and Kevin Durant? Huh? What? I mean, they still in their primes? That's not it. We not coming here. Shout out to the guys that's, making progress and showing up and doing their thing. Laurie Market and all these guys, Sabonis, yeah. But the stars, the league, why we come is for those guys. The top, 16, 15 players that are bona fide all-stars, and we, probably 10 of them got shoe deals and da-da-da-da-da. Like, all that, we come for that. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of shoe deals, man, shout out my boy, JT. The JT ones debuted at the All-Star game. A lot of people felt like that.
Those are fire, too.
Yeah. Those are fire. When I first seen the graphic, I didn't like them, and then I seen them on his feet, and then I seen the other colorways. I was like, oh, these mugs. Yeah, man, I'm definitely going to have to grab those, bro. And who knows, man? We may grab those, and that'll be the first auction off item or trivia item that, you know what I mean, somebody may be blessed with, man, because Tatum is that guy, man. But, yeah, shout out to Tate for that. Man, we was going to jump into a deep dive with Victor, man. I think we're going to say that for the next episode.
Okay, let's do that.
Because I think it's worthy of having a full segment and not kind of shorten it due to time. But, man, we do always music and sports here. So over the weekend or over like the past week, it's been a lot of noise around my guy, Chris Brown. They probably going to kill me for saying my guy, Chris Brown, right? But, I stand, I rocks and supports my guy for sure, man. But yeah, the question around Chris, or I guess all the speculation around Chris has kind of been around something that's been behind him since, he had the situation with Rihanna. And I think I can't really figure out or pinpoint where the origins or why this mug became a popular topic or resurfaced to where it is now. But I think it may have been around her being at the Super Bowl and performing, and he was just showing... he was just admiring her on there. I think he put up something like "Go Girl," kind of supporting her doing her thing at the halftime show, and then that caused a backlash of people that, of course, on the side of canceling him, saying like, "No, chill out, leave her alone." We ain't trying to hear that from you because it's still we ain't giving you that grace no matter how long ago the situation was. So, with all that being said, man, is it valid to still be critical of Chris Brown for the Rihanna situation? It was a mistake or a situation the guy found himself in, and I believe at the time he was 17 or 19. I think he was 19.
He was 19.
I think he's 19, man. So with that being said, man, how do you feel about the situation with Chris? Is it still valid that all the criticism and flack that he's catching is still justifiable for him to be receiving this day? Or cats need to get on with themselves, move on, allow cats to grow, and wake up.
Yeah, man. I think I think it's trash, man. At the end of the day, I'm a Christian man. I'm a believer and a proponent of grace, and I believe that the reality of the situation is a lot of the people who are judging him for that reality situation are people who need grace themselves. Right? There's a level in which no one is perfect. Everyone has a past, a record, and even the most moral of men and women can still find themselves on the chopping block for being able to be called out on stuff in which they didn't do right. And I think it's a little weird at this point that we want to penalize this man for a mistake that he's made in his juvenile years, but at the same time, we fight for things like fair treatment in the redemption system when young black men make mistakes in urban neighborhoods or in urban areas. The judicial system is ready to throw the book at them, but we say, nah, they were young, or they have more life to live. However, we have a young black man in Chris Brown who has tried to really right the ship in his life and change a lot of things that have been going on, and yet people won't let this go. Stopped him from performing at award shows. Won't pay him his front end or back end to perform at shows. Will cancel big time dates and opportunities and tributes that he's a part of if his name is attached to it. Organizations won't touch him from endorsement standpoint. Yeah. We're talking about one of the most marketable dudes in our genre in the music game. We're talking about one of the most talented dudes to ever bless a stage. In my opinion, if we're just talking skill and ability, the closest show we have in this day and age to MJ, and yet nobody wants to touch him for something he did almost 17 years ago. I mean, it's foolishness at this point. So I think it's trash in that regard. I will say this though, and this is what I told people who have kind of addressed me about the situation or when I've gotten the opportunity to talk about it. Similar to the Monique situation. Remember when Monique got canceled and nobody wanted to touch her, and that whole Tyler Perry and Oprah situation and things of that nature?
Yeah.
Monique fired off publicly. She fired off her frustration on social media. She fired off her frustration in private. She fired it off on the Steve Harvey show, things of that nature. And what they were saying about Monique wasn't right, and it was unwarranted, but her responses only continued to stoke the flame. Chris Brown has to stop responding on social media. He's got to stop responding in public. He's low-key kind of got to stop responding in private. Because what happens is, even though he's not that person and doesn't deserve the backlash at this point in his career, when you respond in a manner that proves people's points about you, that you're hot-headed, that you're hard to work with, that you can be a little erratic, your response and frustration looks like you're proving them right. So if I could give any advice to Chris Brown, I would say, hey man, it's not right what they're doing to you, bro. We love you. We hope that this changes, this narrative changes. But the more that you cuss these people out online and respond to them directly, the more and more that these opportunities are going to escape you, because they're going to be able to go, see, we got proof. The Shade Room just posted him cussing everybody out, or this proves that he's still not mature enough to handle the spotlight, or what happens if I do give him the deal and he acts like that. So it's sad and unfortunate, man, but that's just where we're at with Breezy, and I hope things change.
Yeah, nah, man. Definitely touched on some stuff I really agree with. Echo pretty much everything. Yeah, but before I give my thoughts on it, man, I just want to say, like, I'm a huge Chris Brown fan. Seen this guy, I want to say 3 times live. Best show I've seen live. I also agree that, he's pretty much the closest we'll see being like MJ like. And yeah, man. So I got the utmost respect for Chris. I was gonna go directly where you kind of landed off at, with just giving what I feel Chris should handle better, and that's just to respond. You know what I'm saying? I tweeted about this, or I made a tweet about this when I said a wise man once said nothing, and it's just like you kind of gotta take that route when you want things to kind of chill out and not give a voice to these people that are quote unquote pretty much haters. You give them a spotlight when you choose to respond, and when your spotlight hits it, it's gonna be exactly what they want, and it's 10 times bigger. Because honestly, a lot of people are trolling. A lot of people are looking for the moment to get some 15-minute moment of fame. and just, take advantage however they want to do it. Monetize a moment, whatever. So that was all, that's the first thing. Cause I don't think a lot of this stuff even makes it to my table if he doesn't respond. You know what I mean? Like these platforms are not going to pick it up until he kind of touches it. Cause that's happening every day of the week. It's every day of the week that people were going out here firing and trying to cancel Chris Brown and making wild comments. But we all human. He could be coming down in a moment and just see that, and that just triggers him to kind of fire back in a moment. But I think it's trash as well that that's still a situation that people are hanging over Chris' head. I'm not coming from a standpoint where I don't understand why that's still happening, because I know it's going to always be those people that's going to see him in a certain light because of that. It also it happened to somebody that became a beloved icon. So that only increases that narrative to grow with people trying to cancel him, especially with her being a mother now, Rihanna. Like it's like the love for somebody that grows increasingly as they grow. The people that are like the people that they feel like tried to either harm or has harmed or once was being canceled because they harmed that person, or now our hate for them is going to grow almost equally to that person as well. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if I broke that down in the best way, but it's like she became more beloved, so the hate for the person that hurt her or harmed her, that became more greater as well. So I feel like if he has moments where he's speaking about her and talking about her publicly, any chance that they get, they going to say something to try to just shun him away because they don't want him to kind of be associated with her in any form or fashion, even if she is a person that's already forgiven this person, right? She may have, I want to say she has spoken about it publicly where she has forgiven Chris for the things that he's done in not having that type of grudge like the people that are trying to cancel him or having it hanging over his head. So, yeah, I mean, I think people got to kind of take that into consideration. We ain't saying you got to love them. You know what I'm saying? We ain't saying like act as if it never happened, but to still treat as if like that's exactly happening today. And he hasn't made any type of progress to correct his wrongs, grow in that space, and just show growth. I think you just being otherworldly ridiculous because you wouldn't want to be in that situation and Cass wasn't affording you any amount of grace if you actually was making real change in the way that you handled that once in your life. You know what I mean? So,
100%.
Yeah, man. Hopefully my guy, Chris, he allows somebody to take the phone or the platforms away from his hands, man, because I'd be like, dang, dog, I don't want my cat to be giving these cat all this attention, man, when you out here dropping too much fire, Chris. You drop too much fire. And they only pick up the nonsense from you and they want to blast that. And anytime you out here smoking all these artists, like at the Grammys, you gonna have the moments where they robbing you. Because only thing they remember you of is when you snapped out on somebody in the comment section. You see what I'm saying?
Tell you, bro. So you gotta realize how they play. You gotta realize how they play the game and adjust. That's just what it is. It's not fair. Yeah. But that's what it is. But also, as we transition here, dog, why it seem like you like the most problematic dudes in the industry, bro? Between Brown and Tory Lanez, man, you a fan of all the dudes that got major backlash and serious situations going on, bro. What's going on with you, man? What's happening over here? I have no clue. You can even extend that to my guy Russ. I just seem to always guys that are polarizing, and it grows into a space where it's a love-hate relationship between communities. Like Drake is the only guy that doesn't fit that narrative that's heavily like that. Even Kobe at one point. I think Kobe in his latter years grew to just a universal loving for him, but in the primes, it was very much one of the most hated people in his profession. But I don't know, bro. I don't know how that always fits me, bro. But I mean, these guys are talented, and I really appreciate these guys, dog. Like, it just always fits that narrative for me, man. But man, hopefully these guys they grow as individuals more than more than them as artists, because this stuff can take a toll, man. It can take a toll on your mental and just your whole thinking and thought process. And you don't want cats to be harming and thinking crazy thoughts, but trust me, bro, if I'm in a position where the world is trying to crucify me for things that I'm very much past or not even dead,
yeah, bro, it could take a toll on cats. You know what I mean? So
For sure.
hopefully them cats be all right, man. I be praying for these cats too, dog, because, man, ain't no telling what be coming across their mentals, bro.
That internet is brutal, bro. Make you want to go out there and hurt something. So y'all boys
Real.
be safe, man. Keep your head up to all my brothers, man. That's Lanes included, Brown, all the dudes that are really just kind of getting, men and women actually. You know what? It's crazy to say. I know that situation is sticky, like Tori and Meg, but even for Meg, man, because I think even in this process, her career might be over. So and the internet's gonna be brutal on her on the other side. So just praying for everybody, man. It's a tough and cold world out there for sure.
Oh, it is, bro. Yeah, man. On the music tip, dog, what's been popping in your world, man? I know we was kind of chopping up a little bit off of Cam, bro, but man, is it kind of just a slow year this year? You ain't got nothing that's been going crazy that you spinning, or what you feel like, my G? What we got?
Yeah, man. It's been real slow. It's actually so crazy. People are gonna laugh, but I've actually no, seriously. I've actually delved into the Christian rap space because for a long time I stopped listening to it. I thought it was trash. I kind of thought like everybody else thought it was terrible. So
wow,
I didn't really rock with it. But now I'm giving that a chance since it's been a slow release situation with anything really going on in the industry. Just kind of seeing what those dudes are talking about, and so. Garnered to be a fan of some cats who are really killing it. There's this dude who I think you probably know who it is, but he's Mission, the other side of Mission's guy, Brandon P.
Oh yeah,
I've been going through. He dropped 4 EPs.
Black Knight. That's what I know him as.
Yo, his work, his 4 EPs. He dropped an R&B, an alternative, a hip hop EP, and another one. And great music. He's a great songwriter, and really just a great overall artist. Him and Mission low key are really cooking over some hard stuff. So I've been really banging them. Scooty Wop, who's a dude who just got signed to Sony. He had a viral record. That
Scooty. What's his name? Scooty Wop.
Scooty Wop. Hold up, I ain't with that. Devil trying to get his lick back. Hold up. Yeah, you heard that? You heard that joint?
I think
viral on social
viral
media.
TikTok. Yeah, that's what I heard it from.
Yeah. So that joint in the No Weapon formed against me. He redid the Fred Hammond joint.
Okay.
So those songs went viral, and now he got a deal with Sony. But low key, as I go through the rest of his catalog, he's actually kind of cold. Word, like, and I don't, and not to boost him. He's a dude who really gets music, and sonically, he's a dude that I think you would really like.
Yeah.
Because you can tell that he spends a lot of time with music. So really that's what I've been on, but I'm awaiting the major releases like everybody else. I'm hoping Rihanna drops something. Cardi might be pulling up. I'm hoping for that. And really just to see who's gonna release. I know Eric Bellinger, you sent me the Eric Bellinger joint. The joint is super smooth, well done. Love what he does because he's so gifted at what he does, but very, very slow right now in the music space, bro. What about you? You got any gems you're hiding in the box somewhere? What's going on, man?
I was definitely gonna start with Eric Bellinger album, man. 1-800 Hit Easy 2. Him and Hitmaker, man. They have a formula and a chemistry that pretty much promises great music every time they come around. I was talking to somebody earlier just saying Eric Bellinger has almost one of those perfect careers. And what I mean by that is not that he's making flawless music from front to back, but it's his position. Him being an artist himself, him being a writer, and him having accesses to both of those worlds. He's able to not only provide the canvases that people need to, or provide the template that people can just step in and use, like with the songs that he's writing, but also he gets to go back to his space and then create and go toward that album. But he's also taking information and learning from these artists that may be more gifted performance-wise, maybe more gifted vocal-wise. But he's the penman behind this, right? He's the one penning these records. And so he was on a radio show talking about that mug, and I was just like, yeah, bro, I really enjoy just the insight that he's able to get, but also have his own world of being an artist himself and touring. And then I thought about, you know what? When you're a writer, you tend to start. When you listening to a writer's music, you tend to always envision who you want them to be pitching this to. Like, he got one song on 1-800 Hit Easy where the intro reminds me of Chris Brown. Because he writes for Chris Brown, right? And I'm like, nah, I'm offending him because Chris Brown is getting his records, right? And so I'm like, you know, and you expect that overlay to happen because he's writing for some of our favorite artists. But I then was like, you know what? That doesn't happen much for his catalog. I very much go to an Eric Bellinger album and get an Eric Bellinger album opposed to an album I feel like he should have submitted to somebody else. And able to do that, bro, I gotta salute, dog. Like, in this album, he really went in on this. And honestly, bro, EB almost goes in on pretty consistently all his albums, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gives you different vibes. He can really he can take it there, bro. Like, I seen Eric Bellinger live too, and he sound just as nice live. Bro. He came to my city, I think 2021 or early 22, one of those. And he actually was on tour with Sammy. Right, you know Sammy, right? He was on tour with Sammy.
Sammy be playing, but also Sammy can really sing too.
Bro, he was like the artist. Eric Bellinger was the artist, kind of like right before Sammy. Bro, Sammy, dog, it was like night and day. Eric B, dog, he shouldn't even been on that stage with Sammy because Sammy got records and big hits or whatever. But when you talking about like showmanship and just really owning the crowd and having crowd engagement, it was really like an EB show, honestly, dog. Now, you know, I don't know if that switches from city to city, but when he came to St. Louis, Eric Bellinger put on the show, man. Hey, my boy Tory Deshaun, man. Shout out to Tory. He on my other podcast that just dropped recently, but man, he dropped a joint called Stuck on the Elevator. That joint crazy, dog. Y'all definitely got to check him out, man. He an indie artist, dude be producing, and he actually landed a feature on that deluxe for Church Clothes 4s with Cray. So that's big for him. Shout out to him on that, man. Any other joints? It has been some joints that been, like you said, trending on TikTok and things of that nature that I have been adding to the folder. But bro, I added this one song by this dude. He actually a Christian rapper too. His name is Khalid Gordon. He got that song.
Yeah.
He got. Look, let me say this before I get into it. He runs a consistent lane that I think people would enjoy. But that snippet on the TikTok that went viral, the song, is not reflective of the rest of the record. The rest of the record is super just cool. But that snippet of like the 5 to 7 seconds, that mug feel like when you go to that mug, oh, I'm expecting this mug to be out of here. I was like, bro, the ability to be getting out of here from 5 to 7 songs, because Pat Mahomes used that mug or whoever, bro, it is just insanity what you can get from that little moment, bro. Like, like I was
also,
like, bro.
Yeah, that's very true. You know who's actually really cold as well, bro? And I kind of, people have told me about him, but I kind of was away from the Christian rap space for a long time, so I didn't care.
Yeah.
But I got to give it to him. And, normally we don't check out these artists because of who they are. White boy, man, by the name of Hovey, who was signed to Reach.
Yeah.
His catalog is really good, bro.
I haven't took a dive into it.
And Thizzle was the dude to first say it, and I was like, yeah, all right. I mean, I don't know if you just supporting. Like, I don't know if you just showing love because maybe you got something going on. I know y'all kind of did a song together at one point. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then my dude, who was like in my backyard, was like, yo, I'm telling you, Hovey's cold.
He nice.
Like, all right. A few records to check out. Sonic, now, again, I know you're a big production guy first because you want to hear production that's pleasing to the ears. If you don't hear that first, you might turn it off.
Oh yeah.
And I know that about you. If you turn off his production, I don't know what to tell you. He's gotta have the top.
No. So I've heard because Hovey, he works close to Tory Deshaun. Like they finna come out with I think they finna come out with a duo tape to my understanding. But they already got records together and they make sense. But from what I've heard from Hovey, he has a good feel for music as well.
Yes.
When it comes to production. When it comes to being able to be multifaceted in his execution styles. So I think it just hasn't been anything that's captivated me to say I gotta go to his catalog. The one white boy in CHH that I do rock with is what's my boy name, bro? I'm losing.
Ty Brizzle, bro.
Ty Brizzle. Hey, Ty got a certain vibe. Bro, Ty got this song with Aha Gazelle.
Woo!
Bro.
I heard it.
I love the video. I forgot the title, bro, but that mug is exactly
Incredible.
what I was looking for when I thought of them two on the same track. Aha is amazing, but no. Ty, he has a certain, I don't know how to describe it, bro, but he has a certain way that he creates his music, bro, and it don't even be the most complex. It's just like it's his style. You know what I mean? Like, and I've always enjoyed him, bro, like for sure, man. So I really salute him for that too, dog.
Let me just say this too, bro. This is timeless. This is timely that we're talking about this because a couple of major publications have noticed. Like I'm talking about, like when I say major publications, I'm talking like New York Times, Washington Post have picked up on the fact that Christian music is gaining like the most traction music-wise on TikTok in like the last 6 months. Yeah. Like everybody's been using their beats, their snippets. From the Caleb Gordons to the Ty Brazils to the KBs to the Craze.
Shout out my boy Kenny.
Like they've been getting so much traction from just randoms that
you know why?
Like, the genre is starting to pick itself back up. So I'm excited to see, man, what Christian rap looks like in the next year or so, man, as sonically it's really picking up, bro, and the world is taking notice. I'm happy for dudes like Tori Deshaun and others who I think are super talented and now gonna get that platform to really do something crazy.
It's because it's clean, bro. It's clean. You don't have to have certain licenses and clearances to clear stuff with profanity, or you don't have to worry about that. And the message, for the most part, is going to be positive. You know what I mean? It don't even have to be per se CHH, but we know it's going to be positive, clean, and it's just easy to throw behind something because CHH, I think, has a more evolved sound now, but very much of a lot of the CHH sounds like energetic music, promotional kind of. It feels good behind those type of media and visuals that are being used in arenas, that are being used on commercials, that are being used in video games. You see cats making it on 2K. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. My boy Rockstar JT, he making it on stuff like he was on Insecure. He got a few joints like it just fit that type of vibe better than just a regular secular rapper where they maybe the vibe may be there, but they on that mother talking crazy. Like it be like, bruh, come on, we ready to just go get a clean rapper or a Christian rapper, whatever you want to go by. But no, it makes sense, man. In that lane, Cat's been running it. I know that's like the sync licensing lane that like Dirage be on. I know SO be on. I know there's so many lanes that man, like those cats been killing it, and you could get paid for songs that maybe never will come out, but being used for certain media pieces, whatever that may be. And it's always been something I've been interested in doing. I'm just more so maybe on the side of the film side that's like sound design. It ain't even got to be necessarily actual songs, but like the scoring of a scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, and creating the canvases for that. Like to build that anticipation. Like that's a whole, I love that. But I mean, when you got an opportunity to get easy bag, why not give them a song here and there?
Agree.
So
I agree.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them cats that's on that, man. It's definitely a lot of cats that's killing that, man. Hopefully 2023 bringing some big boy records, man. Like we was trying to think about who is the most anticipated, and we was like, Rihanna, but she kind of, I think she still is, but it did was a little let down with the anticipation after the Super Bowl halftime show. Cardi B maybe, but it's not nobody that's screaming at me right now. You know what I'm saying?
I need a major announcement to happen, bro. Otherwise, sports gonna get majority of the time on the pod, man. So I'm looking.
That's
forward
what
to
I'm saying.
music,
and look, I've been telling cats like, look, bro, this is just by. I mean, of course, we headed into the playoffs about to start. Like, it's gonna be things move around after the playoffs in the NBA. Hey, it's gonna be off-season movements, and then hopefully a whole lot of music dropping. So it should swing to the music. But yeah, man, somebody gotta make some noise, man. My boy Drizzy always could come through whenever the game is in desperate need.
He shows up. He shows up with his case.
He shows up, man, and he gets to going nuts. What do you say? Yeah, I may make another album if I get bored. We'll see.
Yeah, man. Cole, I'll take some Cole right now too. If Cole want to come out the shadows, I'll take some Cole. So let's see what's up, man. You give us something, fellas. Come on.
I'll take. Anytime somebody's been hooking up with DJ Drama for a Gangsta's Grill project, it's been coming out pretty impressive, bro. And I think Pusha T is one of the latest ones that's about to do that. I think it's Pusha T. I could be wrong, but it's somebody like that that's about to do that with DJ Drama. I want to say it's Pusha T. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that because you had Tyler that went over there and got that Gangsta Grill vibe, and he got a Grammy off that thing, and it was actually dope. And his actual compilations of Gangsta Grills have been crazy too. So
Facts.
We should see, man. Shout out to Metro, man. You know, STL's on. His album was crazy. And he did like a villains version of the Heroes and Villains album. But yeah, man, somebody got to come through and make some noise. We need a heavyweight, man. Need a heavyweight. You know who would have been providing for us right now?
Who's that?
Lanes would have gave me something by now. Lane, and here's the thing. I need a Lanes project to come out while he behind bars. I need to see what that feels like.
Listen, hey, I need a Tory Lanez Letters from Jail Part 1 and Part 2, man.
I just need to see what that feel like. Tory Lanez project behind bars. I need to see what that
behind bars.
I mean, you know, he's just a different type of cat, man, and you know, Cat's probably gonna be feeling ill the way I kind of get crazy over a cat like in that situation. But bro, I gotta keep it a beam, bro. He's one of the most gifted, musically talented guys you'll ever see. I'm trying to tell you, bro. But man, what's poppin', man? We finna go ahead and get up out of here, dog. What's some stuff that's going on next episode that you got on the tab, or what you got going on the next week, man?
Yeah, man. Excited for the NBA to pick back up. I know they're gonna have a little hiatus, so you know it's gonna be our time to kind of wait on them and kind of get that started. But in the meantime, y'all go catch up, man. We need people to tap in with the earlier episodes. So like, comment, subscribe, go share the mugs. But I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about Victor for the next episode, and also what's going to be happening in the league, and hopefully some more crazy news happen, man. And we can chop it up. I'm excited about that. But also continue to follow us on the socials. Push the socials. Follow myself. Follow Word on Instagram. And Word gonna be at some concert dancing around like he was just doing now, man. So you know how that is.
Hey man, what you say, dog? You just said something that made me think of something, dog. Dad, bro, I totally, once you start talking about nigga dancing, I totally forgot, bro. But nah, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate all y'all, man, that's been rocking with the pod, man. It's one of the, this podcast is definitely one of the funnest things to do on a weekly basis, man. So we definitely enjoying it. We definitely gonna have some more opportunities, man, to do some live engagement. You know what I mean? We've been talking about going live either on Facebook, Instagram, one of the two, YouTube maybe possibly, and you know, having some hashing some topics out and debates live and seeing how y'all reacting to them and getting y'all involved. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we even get y'all up on here like we've been planning to. So yeah, man, make sure y'all go to the Word of Clarity podcast on all DSPs, wherever you listen to your podcast at, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, all that good stuff, man. I've been seeing y'all supporting, downloading, sending them out and sharing it with people, man. And also make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Word of Clarity podcast. You know what I'm saying? So hope y'all enjoy this mug, man. Episode 7 is this one?
7, bro.
Episode 7, man, in counting. And man, episode 8, we gonna be having some more people come on. I don't know if it's gonna be the next one, but man, what you think, dog? We should bring somebody on next. You know, Lyric been talking about hopping on this mug.
Who?
Lyric.
Oh yeah, come on, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, bro.
Hey, we can confirm that your boy Kyle Torrey, he definitely gonna be one of those guys y'all see frequently, man. Like, we gonna try to get him in once a month. And yeah, man, hopefully y'all enjoy that last episode. Make sure y'all hit the playlist on YouTube, man, and catch up on the latest episodes. And you know, we here, man. So it's your boy Word of Clarity from the Word of Clarity podcast. Now hold on, this nigga said it's your boy.
It's your boy Word of Clarity from the Word of Clarity.
Hey man, look, it's your boy Word from the Word of Clarity podcast with my boy Kenny G. You know what time it is, man? We out here. Yee.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.